Hi, and welcome to another edition of Collectibles Chat. I'm Steve Zarelli. Thank you for joining me. If this is the first time you're listening to one of my videos, by way of introduction, I'm a professional autograph authenticator who specializes in space, aviation, and cosmonaut autographs. I work with dealers and collectors around the globe, and I consult with a number of major auction houses as well as the third-party authenticators. So I haven't done a video in a long time. If you've been paying attention, I've had some people contact me saying, hey, what's going on? Why haven't you done any videos? Well, I'm great. I'm fine. Everything's totally okay. And the reason I haven't done a video is because I'm too busy working. So submissions have been great. A ton of stuff coming in. I appreciate your business. Super grateful. But when I'm really busy trying to keep up with submissions and turning things around promptly, that means that I'm not doing as many videos. But I'm really going to try to get back into the swing of things. Now that winter's here and I won't be outside as much on the weekends, it's time to maybe do some more videos. So I really appreciate you asking and looking forward to getting back into doing them once again. As an authenticator, the most common question that I get is, tell us about the fakes that you reject. What's your rejection percentage? Where are the fakes coming from? Well, there's no simple answer to that question. I authenticate for a number of different sources, and the rejection rate will vary based upon what that source is. For instance, if I'm consulting with a very well-known and reputable auction house with a reputation for being very stringent and offering only good material, there's not going to be a lot of forgers trying to slide things by that source. So, the rejection rate will be fairly low because forgers aren't going to waste their time trying to submit a bunch of junk to an auction house that they know is going to reject it. So that's a very different story, though. If I'm doing email opinions or consulting with the third-party authenticator, where people are trying to slide stuff by all the time. If people are sending me email opinions for items on eBay, the rejection rate's pretty high. The same thing with the third-party authenticators that I consult with. People are always trying to slide things by them. So it really varies. I can't put a number on it, but depending on the source of where it's coming from, it could be a very, very small percentage to 50% rejection rate. So fakes come in all shapes and sizes and forms. You have fakes that are relatively what I call non-malicious. So that's a secretary who's authorized to sign for the person, or an auto pen machine that the person has authorized to sign for them. It's not authentic in no way, any way, stretch, or form, but it's not what I call a malicious fake, which is somebody creating an autograph not authorized for the purpose of making money. So that's a forger, right? But as an authenticator, it's my job to identify all of them, and whether it's a secretary or an auto pen or a malicious fake from a forger, it doesn't matter. It's not authentic. They all get rejected. Probably the most common types of fakes that I see submitted to me, though, are what I call preprints. And these are printed facsimile autographs that people buy, I was in the antique mall, or I got this off eBay, or, whatever. And they send it to me, and it's a printed autograph. The most common form of that is what I call a photo of a signed photo. So if you look at these autographs, they're actually authentic, right? This was recently submitted to me, authentic looking autographs, but when you look closely, it's under the gloss. So it's a photo of a signed photo, and this slips by a lot of collectors. So this collector submitted these. He got a great deal on this Mercury 7 signed photo, right? He submits these to me, and within 3 seconds, I can tell that it's a photo of a signed photo. And incidentally, it's the same exact signed photo that was used to create both of these. You can see the signatures are exactly the same. So how do you detect a fake like this? Well, it's as an authenticator, it's very easy for me to see. But as a layperson, if you look at it at an angle under the light, you can see the signatures are underneath the gloss. They're not actually on top of the surface. Whenever there's money to be made, people will be making fakes. Okay, no matter what hobby it is, it's something that you need to contend with. You need to educate yourself. You need to use professional authentication. And, if you use all the tools in your tool belt, then you will have a very solid, safe collection. Hopefully this was interesting and informative. Thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, happy collecting.